I'm going to give you 5 fun facts on the Juki MO-3000QVP Akane, I don't really know how to pronounce it, on why this machine is so amazing and it's one of the industry-leading sergers in the world. Hey guys, it's David from Gigi's Fabric Shop, home of Juki and Janome Junkies, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a ton of cool facts on the MO-3000QVP serger. We are going to be starting off with some of my favorite features that make this machine stand out amongst all the other sergers in the industry. Starting with number 1, this is one of the coolest wow factors on this machine in my opinion, even though there's quite a few, but we're going to just start with this one because this one actually had me questioning Juki. They told me there is no tension on this machine. So I was like, there's no tension on a sewing machine? How does it work? How does it control the tension and how does it give you good stitches? Well, this is called a thread distribution system. And I have to look at my notes because I can barely say those words because I've never even heard them. I've always heard tension. So this machine actually distributes the amount of thread that's fed to the needles based on which stitch you're using. So I'm going to throw up a little B-roll of a clip. I was actually at Juki headquarters in Miami where they had a clear MO-3000 and you can actually see the thread system, and it's pretty much 2 discs, very similar to like a tension disc, but instead of it staying together the whole time while you're sewing, creating a tighter or looser depending on how tight your tension is, these discs actually move while you're sewing, which if you know, a thread tension disc should never open while you're sewing or your tension would be thrown off. But these work like pretty much just moving in and out constantly, allowing different amounts of thread to be thread throughout the machine based on the stitch that you're using. So it's allowing the sewer to not have to adjust tension and play with all those dials. They can just pick their stitch and allow the machine to do all of its amazing work on its own. So with that being said, this machine is really, really cool because there's no tension knobs to be adjusted on this serger. Number 2, this machine has the closest blade to needle relationship on the market at just under 10 millimeters, allowing you to have very nice and tight curves when you're using the stitches on this sewing machine. It even comes with a curved foot because they don't want you to have to upgrade or buy an aftermarket foot, since this machine is known for having that very close allowance with the blade and the needle. Number 3, this is a big one because there's no other serger on the market with this feature, and that is going to be a thread cutter. So now you can just continue to sew along and use the thread cutter on this machine either manually, or you can use the 2-part function pedal and program it so when you heel click it'll do a thread cut. You can also program how long the tail of your thread is before it actually cuts it, so that way if you prefer your tail to be nice and long, it can cut then, or it can cut right after you're done so it's nice and short. So that is a really cool feature for a serger to have a thread cutter, and this is the only one in the world that I know of that has a cutter for the thread. Moving along to number 4, this feature is a fan favorite of course because it's the needle threader. A lot of us don't like to use our eyes and put them to the test and thread our needles, and especially on sergers where there's 2 needles. However, this sewing machine has a needle threader, and the needle threader works fantastic with both needles. So that is a super cool fact. Number 5, the light system on this machine is incredible. It can dim from LED warm to a light color. We'll kind of show you an example here. You can see where it goes from dark all the way to a light color, and you can also adjust how bright you want it. So if you're making a video with it and you don't want any light because it's messing up your video, you can turn it off, or if you'd like it a little bit brighter or a little bit dimmer while you're sewing, you can adjust that on this sewing machine. So now that we've listed off 5 fun facts, I was lying when I said there was only 5 on this machine because there is a ton more than just 5. So now let's list off some of the bonus facts on why this machine is super, super cool. So one of the bonus facts is going to be the micro lifter. If you guys are familiar with the TL series sewing machines, we all know that the TL18 has a micro lifter, and what that is, it's pretty much a negative press foot pressure. So you adjust your press foot pressure depending on what you're sewing over. Thicker stuff gets lighter, and thinner stuff you increase it to go heavier. So the micro lifter gives you a negative press foot pressure, so your foot will actually lift off the stitch plate, giving you a gap for sewing over even thicker materials. And this MO-3000 is really known for sewing over all different types of materials for bag makers, such as denims, canvases, even vinyls. This machine is incredible on what it can sew over, and that's really what it's known for. So that micro lifter really makes this machine stand out amongst all the other sergers when it comes to sewing over thick materials. In fact, even at the factory, they test this machine out on 6 layers of denim, 10-ounce denim, which is pretty dang thick, and that's what they test this machine out for their settings when they're doing the thread distribution systems. Another bonus fact is this little magnetic plate on the top of this machine, and it is really cool. You can literally put anything up there that's metal and it just kind of holds it, so you could put like a pair of tweezers, even though there's a tweezer cabinet inside the machine already. You could put needles up there. It's actually really designed for extra needles. You could put a T-screw. You could put all different types of tools up there, and it just keeps it nice and handy and on the machine. I think this feature is incredible, and I wish they put that on all of their Juki machines, because that is really, really cool. And honestly, I didn't even know about that for the longest time until I saw a little magnetic thing. I was like, what the heck? Is that really a magnet? And boom. The next bonus feature is going to be, of course, the knee lifter. This machine shares the same knee lifter as the TL, so if you have a TL knee lifter, you can use it on this machine, although it just comes with a knee lifter already, so you really don't need to use your extra one, but that's another kind of a cool fact that they share the same knee lifter. And what the knee lifter does is it allows you to use your knee instead of your hands to lift up the foot, to give your hands a little bit of, freedom, so you can pivot and move around different areas and sew curves without having to use your hand to lift up that foot when you're pivoting around different areas. So that is really, really cool to have a knee lifter. If you didn't know this already, we are JukiJunkies.com, a family-owned business just outside of Tampa, Florida. If you're looking for a Juki sewing machine or accessories, or maybe some notions or materials to build up your sewing room, check out JukiJunkies.com. We have a link in the description. We take a lot of pride in shipping out super fast and a lot of pride in our customer service. So if you have any questions on any products you may have purchased on JukiJunkies.com, feel free to reach out with the information right here and we'll help you out. Thank you for watching, and let's get back to the video. Another bonus fact is the speed control. This machine has a speed controller built into the screen, so you can just adjust how much you want your max and your minimum to be. So that way, if you accidentally press down that pedal all the way, you're not just gonna launch off and go super fast. You can kind of govern your maximum speed, so that way, if you press down all the way, it still goes pretty slow. Or if you want it to go full speed when you press down all the way, you can just lift the governors off, and allows you to go full speed when you press down the pedal all the way. So that is another really cool feature that most sergers do not have. Another fantastic feature this machine has is the programmable 2-function pedal. So when you do a heel click, you can program that to be a thread cut or a needle up-down function on the sewing machine. So that's super, super cool, because now you can just press the pedal to sew, and then you can just heel click it and it'll cut your thread, or you can heel click it and it'll do needle down or needle up, depending on what you set it up in the settings on the screen. Also, I'm sure you could tell by now, but all the settings on the screen of this machine is super easy to navigate. Even though it's a small little LCD screen, it's super easy to navigate. And finally, the MO series feet are all compatible. So if you have an MO-1000, 2000, 2800, or a 3000, they will all be compatible. So all the feet can be interchanged amongst all of those machines. So that way you don't have to purchase new feet if you already had a 1000 and you upgraded to the 3000, which is a nice little money saver that Juki kept in mind to make you guys even happier about upgrading your machines to the MO-3000. So just like that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give us a like, comment down below your favorite fun fact and or video ideas, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because we post every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like to give us a call or shoot us an email if you have any questions in regards to any Juki products or machines, feel free to reach out to us at 813-661-9000 or shoot us an email at customerservice@JukiJunkies.com. And don't forget, if you're local or passing through the Tampa Bay area, we are located in Brandon, Florida, and we'd be happy to see you guys stop into our local shop. Just ask for one of us to come over there, and we'll just drop everything we're doing and come say hi to you guys, because we love saying hi to you guys in person. So we'll see you on the next video every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye.